YouTube has always been full of music videos, but recently, a brand new type of music niche has been quietly exploding. This creator right here reached over 1 million views on their very first video, and from that point on, he has raked in over 100,000 subscribers and nearly 50 million views in total. And even now, each new video continues to pull in hundreds of thousands of views. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Another creator followed the same idea, and their very first video raked in over 3 million views, and he has also started posting shorts, which are raking in millions of views as well. Now when two channels in the same niche both gain a lot of attention from their first upload, that's not just luck. These creators are following a process that actually works. And that's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through that exact same process step by step so you can start your own faceless music channel using AI that will handle most of the heavy lifting for you. And I'm not keeping anything secret because in this video, I'll show you the full blueprint on how to create a perfectly branded channel, make videos that people actually want to watch, optimize them for growth, and the key steps almost nobody is teaching you. The same steps that separate the channels stuck at low views from those that truly take off. But first, let me explain why this niche is a total game changer. These videos are basically music videos fully created using AI, both the music itself and the visuals in them. And because AI has become so advanced, these tracks are sometimes on par with songs that took months to produce. But here's the real advantage. With AI, creators with no prior experience can produce these videos a lot faster. That means they can publish videos more frequently without spending as much time as traditional production, and that quantity can help channels grow a lot faster than many others in the same niche. And while we're talking about the niche itself, let me show you why it's so powerful. Now let's take this channel right here as an example, because as you can see, it's fully monetized. Now if we open the similar channel section and look for others in the same niche, you'll see multiple AI channels getting around 500,000 views per upload. And many of these channels also have strong subscriber counts, which shows that this niche has a lot of traction. But now, let me show you some solid proof that this niche actually works. At the top of the channel page, there's an analytics feature, which is part of a tool I use that is called NextLev. You'll find the link in the description below, and I've even managed to get a little reward code for you there as well. Now, once we're in the analytics section, if I first reveal the channel revenue, you'll see this creator makes a solid 4-figure amount per month, which is impressive for a music channel. On top of that, this creator runs several more channels, all of which generate additional income, along with brand deals. Next, if I reveal the views, you'll see the channel brings in around 5 million views monthly, and the RPM is about $1, which is quite good for a channel like this. All of this shows that the niche has strong potential, and with that, we're ready to get straight into today's blueprint. The first step in this process is creating a perfectly branded channel. That's why now I'm going to show you the best method for setting up a channel in this niche, along with a few extra steps that will help you avoid the 0 views trap. For this step, we'll start with ChatGPT, so open a new session and start by telling it to act as a professional YouTube branding expert. Then, ask it to create 10 memorable channel names for a channel in the music niche. Now, since this prompt is a bit detailed, feel free to pause the video and copy it, or check out my free Telegram channel linked below, where I've shared all the prompts I'll be using in this video. And once you run this prompt, ChatGPT will generate 10 memorable name ideas designed specifically for a faceless music channel. And as you can see, all of them are original, not some basic or robotic names. So now that we have the list of names ready, let's create a channel description. To do that, in the same ChatGPT session, start by telling it that it's an expert YouTube strategist and copywriter. Then, explain that its task is to create a fully SEO optimized channel description for your channel. Next, choose the channel name you like the most and paste it into the prompt so ChatGPT knows which name you've selected. Now below that, I've included a few prompt instructions that are important, so make sure to copy the exact prompt that I'm using right here. And once you run it, ChatGPT will generate a perfectly optimized channel description specifically for the channel name you chose. And as you can see, the description includes trending keywords, a strong hook, and it's not robotic, which is exactly what we want. So now that you've created a channel name and an optimized channel description, make sure to copy them from here, and then head over into the YouTube studio and use them to set up your own channel. This step is very easy. So first, enter the name you've chosen. Then below that, set a unique channel handle. And finally, in the description section, paste the exact description that you have created. And that's pretty much it. Now if we scroll up, you'll see we're still missing the channel logo. So let me show you how to create one that really stands out. To start off, open the same ChatGPT session you used before and tell it to create an image prompt based on the channel name and description you selected. I've also included a few detailed direction prompts, so make sure to copy the exact prompt I'm using here. And once you run this prompt, ChatGPT will generate a detailed image prompt specifically for your channel. Now that you've created an image prompt tailored specifically for your channel, make sure to copy it entirely from here. Then head over to a tool called Leonardo AI, which we will use to create the the logo. Once you're in, open the text-to-image feature and then watch closely. In the model section, you'll see multiple options, and here I'll be using a model called Ideogram 3.0, which works really well for logo creation. Next, in the image dimensions section, set the ratio to 1:1. Finally, copy the rest of the settings I'm using, as they're the best if you are using the free plan. Now that everything is set, enter the prompt you created in the prompt section above and click the generate button to start the process. The generation process will be pretty fast, around 10 seconds, and once it's done, as easy as that, we have just created a channel logo that looks incredible. As you can see, the details are impressive. It's not a typical robotic logo, but looks like it was designed by a professional 3D designer. Now that the logo is ready, don't forget to download it using the download button on the right side. Once that's done, head back into the YouTube studio and upload the logo you created. Then adjust it if needed, and if everything looks good, click on the done button, and as easy as that, your channel logo will be all set. Now that everything is set, let me show you a few extra steps that can help your channel become more visible, and this part is really important, so watch closely. To start, open the settings on the left side, and then navigate into the channel settings above. Here, you'll find a field where you will need to input the channel keywords, and since this step is crucial, let me show you how to create keywords that are fully optimized for search. For this step, we'll be using a tool called vidIQ, which is designed specifically for YouTube SEO optimization. Once you're in, open the AI Coach menu on the left, which is basically a built-in chatbot created just for YouTube, and don't worry, you can use this feature completely for free. Now, once everything is ready, start by telling the coach to act as a professional YouTube SEO expert. Next, enter your channel name, since it doesn't know it yet, and then ask it to create a list of the most trending keywords ranked in search for 2025. This prompt is a bit longer, so for the best results, make sure to copy the exact one I'm using right here. And once the prompt is in, simply click on the generate button, and the generation process will begin. Now, as you can see, the coach is searching through its database to find the best possible keywords for our channel. This process can take up to a minute, and once it's done, you'll have a fully optimized keyword list ready. The results are neatly formatted as a list, so you can simply copy them easily. So now simply copy the full list from here, then head back into YouTube Studio and paste it into the keywords section right here. Once that's done, finally click on the save button below, and with that, your keywords are all set. Now that we're done with the keywords, let me show you one more step that I always recommend when starting a new channel, so watch closely. Just like before, go into the settings and open the channel settings, but this time head over to the feature eligibility section. Here, you'll see a field where you need to confirm your phone number. This step is crucial because once you confirm it, YouTube marks your channel as verified and won't treat it like just another automated account. After confirming your number, don't forget to click the publish button to save everything. And with that, the channel setup is finally complete. Now that you've created a perfectly branded channel, it's time to move on to the next step, which is creating the music track. But here's the thing, to make a track that has the potential to go viral, you first need to research trending music genres, and then prepare all of the prompts that will be used to create it. So now, let me show you the best possible way to create a track that can truly take off. To start off, open a new session in ChatGPT, and start by telling it to act as a professional music industry researcher. Next, ask it to provide a list of the most popular music genres that are currently trending worldwide. Below that, I've included a few important direction prompts, so as always, for the best results, make sure to copy the exact prompt I'm using here. Once you run it, ChatGPT will start researching current global music trends, and when it's done, it'll give you a list of the most popular genres, along with explanations for why they're trending. On top of that, it will also show you which platforms these genres perform best on, and how you can use them in the most effective way. So now that you have a list of trending genres ready, let me show you how to create the prompts that will be used to generate the track itself. To do that, stay in the same chat and tell ChatGPT to act as a professional songwriter and music producer. Once that's done, go through the list of genres above and pick the one you like the most. In my case, I want my channel to be in the techno genre, so I'll copy that genre and paste it into the prompt below so it knows which one I've chosen. Next, tell it to write a full lyrics for a song in that genre, something catchy, memorable, and modern. Then, tell it to create a music style prompt based on that genre, which you'll later use to generate the actual track. Finally, at the end, ask it to organize all of the results clearly, so it will be easier for you to use everything later on. Now that everything is set, click the generate button, and once the process is complete, ChatGPT will give you full lyrics created specifically for the genre you chose. And as you can see, it's written in a great and natural way, and it's not robotic at all, which is exactly what we want. Below that, you'll also get a fully built music style prompt designed to match the lyrics. It's detailed and includes everything you need to create a track with real viral potential. Now that you've created a trending lyrics and a matching style prompt, you're finally ready to make the music track. For this step, we'll be using a tool called Music GPT, which is one of the best options out there right now. And the great thing is that it also has a free plan that gives you up to 10 song creations per month, so you can try it out without spending anything. Also, many other creators are using this same exact tool to make tracks that have gained millions of views. And as you can see, their examples are displayed right here, so you can even get some inspiration from them as well. Now, if you open the Music GPT homepage, you'll instantly see the built-in music creator, which is basically the core of this tool. With it, you can create literally any style of track you want. It's packed with powerful features that make the process insanely easy. And if you head over to the tools section, you'll find even more advanced options that take things to another level. But since we're starting a track completely from scratch and we already have our lyrics and prompts ready, let me show you exactly how it's done. To start off, head over into the ChatGPT session you used earlier and copy the full lyrics you created from there. Then, head back into Music GPT and then paste it into the lyrics section. Now, as you can see, there might be some extra or unneeded text between the lines, so make sure to remove every bit of it. If you leave it there, it'll be included in the final track and make it sound unprofessional. Once that's cleaned up, return to the same ChatGPT session again, but this time copy your full music style prompt. Then, head back into Music GPT and then paste it into the style prompt section. Now that everything's ready and all of the sections are filled out, go ahead and click on the Generate button below, which will initiate the music creation process. Once you do that, you'll notice that two separate music tracks will begin generating. These are basically two different versions of the same song, giving you more options to choose from. The process can take up to a minute or so, and once it's done, just like that, we've successfully created two full music tracks, and it was incredibly easy to do. So now, let's go ahead and quickly listen to the first version to see how it turned out. As you can see, the music track came out really good, and it's honestly crazy how perfectly it matches the techno genre that we have selected. So with that done, let's go ahead and check out the second version to see how it sounds. Just as expected, the second version turned out perfect. The vocals sound incredible, and anyone listening wouldn't even guess it was made with AI, which really shows how powerful AI has become this year alone. So now that we have two tracks ready, let me quickly show you how to create another version, but this time just an instrumental, since those types of tracks perform really well. To start off, first make sure to select the instrumental setting right here. Then, head over into the ChatGPT session from before, and then copy the full music style prompt from here. Next, head back into Music GPT and paste it into the style prompt section. Now, since we're making an instrumental track, make sure to remove any vocal instructions from the prompt, since you won't really need them. Once everything is set and the vocal prompt is removed, simply click on the Generate button below to start the generation process. The generation process will take about a minute, just like before, and once it's done, as easy as that, we have just created two instrumental tracks, and they are ready to go. Now, with that done, let's quickly listen to one of them to see how it turned out. As you can see, the instrumental version turned out really well, and honestly, I really like how it sounds. So now that you've created multiple versions of the same track, it's time to pick the one you like best. Once you've chosen, click the three dots next to it, go to the download section, and hit the download button. In my case, I'll download two tracks, one with vocals and one instrumental. And once that's done, we're finally ready to move on to the next step. Now in this step, I'll show you how to create the visuals for your music video, and you can choose the method you prefer. The first option uses a completely free tool, while the second is partially free but gives you much higher quality results. Now let's start with the first option, where the first thing you need to do is open a new ChatGPT session and then watch closely. In this session, start by asking it to generate 5 video prompts for VO3, which will be used to create the visuals for a techno music track. Next, as you can see, I've added detailed instructions for what should be included in the prompts. And to make it easier for you, you can just copy the exact prompt I'm using, because that way, you'll get the best possible results. And once Once you run this exact prompt, ChatGPT will provide a list of 5 video creation prompts that you can use directly in VO to generate the visuals, and all of them are specifically made for a techno music track. Now, as you can see, at the end, ChatGPT will ask you if you want to create 5 more prompts. So in the same chat, simply type yes, then click generate, and as easy as that, you'll get another 5 prompts that are made in the exact same style. For my music video, I'll generate 10 videos, so I only need 10 prompts, but you can create more prompts in the same way if you want to add additional visuals. Now, since you already know that we will be using VO to create the visuals, an important thing to know is that VO offers a free trial with 1,000 credits per month, so you can use it without spending anything. So once you're in, start by opening a new project, and then make sure to select the text-to-video feature right here. Next, head over to the ChatGPT session where you created the prompts, and copy the video prompt for the first scene. Then go back into VO and paste the prompt into the prompt section. Once that's done, open the settings above where you'll find the generation models. As you can see, the VO3 quality model costs 100 credits per video, but you can also use the VO3 fast model, which costs only 20 credits per video and lets you create around 50 videos per month. In my case, I'll use the quality model since I don't mind spending a few extra credits. Next, set the aspect ratio to 16:9 since we're creating a long-form video. Right next to that, leave the output number as 1. Now that everything is set, click on the generate button below to start the generation process. Now the generation process will take about a minute to finish, and once it's done just like that, our first video is finally ready. So now let's take a look at how the first visual turned out. As you can see, the video we created looks incredible. The quality is high, it perfectly matches the prompt we used, and it even includes audio, which we don't really need, but that's not a problem since you can remove it when editing the final video. So now that we have the first scene ready, let's move on to the second one. Head over to ChatGPT where you created the video prompts and copy the prompt for the second scene. Then go back into VO and paste it into the prompt section. Make sure all the settings are the same as before, and once everything looks good, click on the generate button to initiate the generation process. The generation process works the same as before, so I'll skip that part. Once it's done, just like that, the final video is ready. So let's take a look at how it turned out.
This is beautiful.
I know, right?
As you can see, the second video turned out solid as well, and don't worry about the audio since, as I mentioned, we won't need it for the final video. Now that I've shown you how to create visuals using VO, go ahead and generate all the videos using the prompts you created earlier. Once that's done, make sure to download each video and you'll be ready for the next step. Now, as promised, I'll show you another way to generate the visuals, but this time higher quality ones with more room for customization, so watch closely. To start off, open a new ChatGPT session and ask it to create a list of 5 image prompts for a techno music track. This prompt is very similar to the one we used for VO, but it's adjusted specifically for generating image prompts instead of video prompts. Make sure to copy the exact prompt I'm using here. Once you run it, ChatGPT will give you a list of 5 ready-to-use image prompts that you can use in a text-to-image tool to create visuals for your video. After that, just like before, ask ChatGPT to generate 5 more prompts. Once you run it, you'll get another batch of 5 prompts in the same style, and with that, you'll be ready for the next step. Now that you have a list of 10 image prompts for each scene, it's time to create an equal number of animation prompts. To do that, in the same ChatGPT session, ask it to take all 10 image prompts you generated and transform each one into a cinematic image-to-video prompt. This prompt is designed with clear instructions for character actions, camera movements, lighting, and other details, so that when we create the videos later, they'll look exactly as intended. Copy the exact prompt I'm using here, and once you run it, ChatGPT will convert all your image prompts into image-to-video prompts that perfectly match each scene. With both your image and animation prompts ready, you're now fully prepared for the next step, generating all the images needed for your video. To generate the images, we'll be using Canva. Once you're in, click on New Project, then choose Custom Size. In the size settings above, set the width to 1920 and the height to 1080, since that's the standard format for a horizontal long-form video. Once that's done, click Create, and Canva will open a new blank project for you. Next, open the Apps section from the menu on the left side and search for an app called Magic Media. Once you find it, click on it to open. As you'll see, this is Canva's built-in text-to-image tool, and you can use it completely for free. It even gives you around 500 free image generations per month, which is perfect for this step. Now that everything's ready, head back to the ChatGPT session where you created the prompts and start by copying the image prompt for the first scene. Then, go back to Canva and paste the prompt into the prompt box. Once Once that's done, scroll down to the format settings, and since we're creating a long-form video, make sure it's set as landscape. Finally, when everything looks good, click on the generate button below, and the image creation process will start. Now this process is pretty quick, so it usually takes around 15 seconds. And once it's done, as easy as that, you'll get a set of 4 images for your first scene. And as you can see, they all look amazing. So now simply pick the one you like the most, click on it, and it will automatically appear on your canvas on the right. Then, resize the image by dragging the corners so it fully covers the template. Once that's done, click on the share button at the top, then click on the download button right here. Next, in the settings, make sure the size is set to maximum for the best possible quality, and once that's done, finally click on the download button below to save it. So now that our image for the first scene is saved, let's quickly create another one, but this time for the second scene. To do that, head over into ChatGPT and copy the image prompt for scene 2. Then, go back into Canva and paste it into the prompt section. Once that's done, click on the generate button below. The process will be the same as before, and once it's finished, as easy as that, we've just created another set of 4 images for our second scene, and they look perfect. Next, remove the previous image from the canvas, then choose the one you like the most from this batch, and extend it to cover the full template in the same way that we did before. Once everything looks good, click the share button at the top and download the image the same way we did for the first one, and that's pretty much it. So now that you know how to create the images using Canva, go ahead and generate all the visuals using each of your prompts. And once you've saved them all, you will be ready for the next step, where we'll bring these images to life. Now for this step, we will use a tool called View, so go ahead and open it. Once you're in, start by opening the image to video feature, and then watch closely. The first thing you need to do is upload the image for the first scene into this section right here. Once the image is imported, right below that, you'll notice a prompt box where you need to enter a prompt. So now, head over to ChatGPT, copy the video prompt for the first scene, and then head back into View and paste the prompt into the prompt section right here. Once that's done, right below that, you'll find the video settings. To start off, in the video model settings, make sure to set it to Q2, since it's the best one currently. Next, below that, set the video duration to 8 seconds, since we want slightly longer scenes. Once that's done, for the rest of the settings, make sure to use the exact same ones that I'm using right here. And once everything is ready, finally click on the generate button below to start the generation process. Now the generation process will take around 30 seconds at most, and once it's done, as easy as that, our first video will be ready. So now, let's go ahead and see how the video turned out. As you can see, the video looks really good, the details are on point, the quality is high, and overall, this is one of the best ways to create scenes for our music track. However, Veo also gives great results, so you can use whichever tool you prefer. So now that our first video is done, let's go ahead and create the second one, this time for the second scene. To start off, in the image section on the left side, make sure to replace the first image with the image of the second scene right here. Once that's done, head over to ChatGPT and copy the video prompt for the second scene. Then, go back into View and paste the prompt into the prompt section right here. Finally, make sure all the settings are the same as before, and if everything looks good, simply click on the generate button below to start the generation process. The generation process will be the same as before, and once it's done, as easy as that, we've just created the visual for our second scene and it's fully ready. So now let's see how it came out. As you can see, the second video came out really solid, the quality is on point, and it looks very clean since there are little to no distortions in the character's body, which can be an issue with some other models. So now that you know how to generate the visuals using View, go ahead and create all the remaining scenes in the same way I just showed you. Once each scene is generated, don't forget to download them by clicking on the download button for each one. And after all the scenes are saved, you'll be finally ready for the next step, where we will edit the final music video. Now to edit the video, we will use an editing tool called CapCut, so go ahead and open it. Once you are in, start by importing all of the assets that you have created. That means the music track itself and all the visuals you generated. Once that's done, select the music track and drag it into the editing timeline below, and then watch closely. Now that the track is in the timeline, start by selecting the first visual for the video and drag it right at the beginning of the timeline. You can leave the full length of the scene or cut it if you want, but in my case, I will only cut the first few scenes so that they match the beat drop. Next, select the second visual and drag it right next to the first one in the timeline. Then, select the third visual and drag it right next to the second one. As you can see, this step is very simple. All you need to do is drag all of the visuals you created into the timeline, and there's really no need to cut them unless you want them to match the beat drop at the beginning. Now that all of the visuals are imported into the editing timeline, you can see that we are still missing the rest of the visuals to cover the entire music video, but don't worry, that's how it's supposed to be. Now to fill everything out, start by selecting all of the scenes in the timeline timeline, then right-click on any of them and click Create Compound Clip, which will merge all of the visuals into one clean scene. Once that's done, copy the compound clip you created and paste it as many times as needed to cover the entire music track. When you reach the end, simply cut the last compound exactly where the music track ends so it matches perfectly. And don't worry, this is normal since you don't need to create tons of scenes to fill the track. It's perfectly fine for the scenes to be repeated a few times across the entire music track. Now to make the music video a bit cleaner and more professional, start by selecting the first compound clip, then open the animation section on the right side and find the fade in animation, since that's the one you need to use. Next, select the last compound clip, open the animation section again, but this time go to Out Animations and find the fade out animation, since that's the one you need to use. Once that's done, select the music track in the timeline below. Then, in the settings on the right, first add a 1-second fade into the track. Then right below that, add a 1-second fade out so the track ends smoothly. Now with that done, your entire music video is finally ready. Now to export the video, click on the export button on the right. Then in the export settings, set the video quality to 1080p, since that matches the quality of the original scenes. Next, set the FPS to 60, so the final video has smoother motions. Once that's done, copy the rest of the settings I'm using, and if everything looks good, click on the export button below, and just like that, your video will be finally exported. So now, let's take a look at how the final video came out.
Lights collide, the night is breathing, echoes rise, the floor is heaving, every shadow melts away, in the rhythm we obey, hands up higher, chasing fire, lost in sound, we climb the wire, close your eyes, we're infinite, one more drop, we'll never quit. Take me under, take me higher, we're electric in desire, hear the future calling loud, we're the pulse inside the crowd. Take me under, take me higher, set the city soul on fire, every beat's a brand new vibe, we're the pulse inside the crowd.
As you can see, the music video looks incredible, and it definitely has the potential to go viral. You can barely tell that the music was created with AI, which shows just how good the final result came out. So now that the music video is ready, let me show you how to upload it on YouTube correctly to give it the best possible chance to perform well. To start off, head over to YouTube Studio and upload your video directly from there. Once that's done, you'll notice we're basically starting from scratch since nothing is set up yet. But while the video is processing, let me show you how to create a thumbnail that will absolutely blow your mind. To do that, first open a new ChatGPT session and start by telling it that you want to create a powerful image generation prompt for a YouTube music video thumbnail. Below that, as you can see, I gave ChatGPT a few instructions on how I want the thumbnail to look so that it performs really well and attracts attention. Now, the most important part is that right here, you'll have a section where you need to enter your channel name, so make sure to do that, because after that, ChatGPT will know your channel name and automatically include it in the final prompt. Next, as you can see, there are a few more detailed instructions. So for the best results, make sure to copy the exact prompt that I'm using right here, and you'll be good to go. And once you run this exact prompt, ChatGPT will give you a text-to-image prompt that's specifically made for thumbnail creation, and as you can see, your channel name will also be included in it, which is exactly what we need. So now that the thumbnail prompt is ready, first make sure to copy it entirely from here, and then head over into Leonardo. Once you're in, start by opening the Models section, and here, make sure to select the Ideogram 3.0 model, since I found that it gives the best results when it comes to thumbnails that include text. Then, in the Image Dimensions section, make sure to set the ratio to 16:9, since that's the standard thumbnail format. Once that's set, copy the rest of the settings that I'm using, and when everything looks good, paste the thumbnail prompt into the prompt section above. Finally, on the Generate button to initiate the generation process. Now, the generation process will take around 15 to 20 seconds, and once it's done, as easy as that, we've just created a thumbnail that's specifically made for our music video. video. As you can see, it looks really good, but in my case, I think we can make one that's even better. So, I'll click on the generate button once again to create a new thumbnail. Once the generation process finishes, as you can see, we now have a thumbnail that looks truly amazing. The details are on point. The channel name appears in this cool cloud-style format. There's a DJ girl in the center that perfectly matches our techno vibe, and the overall composition looks fantastic. So now that the thumbnail is ready, make sure to download it by clicking the download button right here. Once that's done, head back into YouTube Studio and upload it in the thumbnail section right here. After the thumbnail is uploaded, you'll be fully ready for the next step, where we'll optimize the entire video, so watch closely. To start off, open vidIQ, the SEO optimization tool we used earlier, and then open the AI coach right here. Now once you're in, we'll use the coach to handle everything, so pay close attention. Start by telling the coach that you need help creating everything to optimize your music video. Below that, as you can see, I've created a very powerful format for how the title should look. But here's the thing, you'll notice a field in the prompt where you need to enter your channel name, so make sure to add it right there, because the coach doesn't automatically know your channel name. Next, below that, I've also specifically designed this prompt to instruct the coach on all the requirements needed to create a fully optimized title, description, and video tags for your video. So make sure to copy the exact prompt that I'm using right here, and you'll be good to go. And once you run this exact prompt, the coach will start putting together your entire video packaging, and at the same time, it will search using live data to give you the best possible results. Once it's done, as you can see, the coach has now planned out the entire concept, and it will ask whether you want to fully customize the video packaging or let it suggest one for you. So now, in the same chat, make sure to ask it to suggest one, since the coach is very capable of creating everything on its own. And once the process is finished, as easy as that, everything will be fully ready. Now, as you can see, first it will provide you with a full video title for your music video, and it will also include a few alternative titles that you can choose from if you prefer. Next, it will generate a fully SEO optimized video description specifically designed for your music video, and it will also include tags inside the description to help boost optimization even further. Finally, it will give you a complete list of video tags that you can use to strengthen your video's SEO, and that list is extremely important. So now that everything is ready, scroll up and copy the full video title from here. Then head back into the YouTube Studio and paste the title into the title section. Once that's done, simply replace the first part of the title with your channel name, and with that, the title is fully set. Next, head over into the session where you created the video description and copy it entirely from there. Then, go back into the YouTube Studio and simply paste the description into the description section right here. Once the description is set, scroll down a bit, and in the Made for Kids section, make sure to set the answer as no. Then, scroll down a bit further, and in the Altered Content section, make sure to set the answer as no. Next, scroll down even more until you find the video tag section, which will be right here. Once you do, head over into the chat where you have the tags ready, and simply copy the entire list from there, then come back into the YouTube Studio and paste it into the tag section right here. So now that you've entered the video title, description, and all of the optimized tags, your video is finally ready to go live. But before we do that, if we head over to the video check section, you can see that our music video passed everything. No copyright issues, fully monetizable, and completely ready to go. Now with that out of the way, head over to the visibility section, then set the video as public, and then finally click on the publish button below. And just like that, your music video is officially live, out there for the world to see, and ready to start gaining traction. So now that I've shown you the full process of creating videos in this niche, it's your turn to start building your own channel, because this niche combined with AI is a real game changer if you stay consistent. If this video helped you out, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment. Think of it as your way of giving back for the free course I just shared with you. And as always, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next one.